Now we follow the immigration debate, and we could know by tomorrow the status of our state's immigration law. If the Supreme Court upholds SB 1070, police agencies are expected to get hit with legal challenges. Opponents of the law could sue departments on claims that officers racially profiled them. But legal challenges also expected from the other side, from supporters who could claim a police agency is breaking the law if it doesn't enforce it to the fullest extent. And with the decision on SB 1070 coming as early as tomorrow morning, it looks like Governor Brewer is already preparing for a legal victory. ABC 15's Christopher Sine joining us now to explain this. Chris, the governor issuing an executive order to get Arizona officers prepared.
Prepared quickly, Steve. This is interesting. You might consider it an SB 1070 refresher course for those officers who could potentially enforce this law, and it really all boils down to a DVD. Now, let me give you a closer look of that two-page executive order. In it, the governor calls for the Arizona Peace Officer Standards and Training Board, known as AZ Post, to redistribute those DVDs, explaining what the laws are, how to enforce them, and most importantly, what not to do. This is video from AZ Post, and it hammers home not to racially profile and talks about what constitutes as reasonable suspicion that someone is in the country illegally, along with what are proper and acceptable IDs.
Please keep in mind your oath of office and the inherent duty of the badge you wear, to always protect the civil rights of all persons and to respect the privileges and immunities of United States citizens.
And this video was originally sent out in April of 2010 when the law was signed. Something else interesting, in the executive order, the governor makes note that the chapters in the DVD must be clearly labeled for the officers to study. And Brewer makes note in her executive order of the looming Supreme Court decision, saying in her order there could be further training materials that would be issued as well, depending on what, if any, changes are made on that Supreme Court decision. And Steve, as you mentioned, that decision could be just hours away, but you were there covering this, and that's a big if in this.
Well, it is, but a lot of people who were in that courtroom also said that the government didn't make a very strong case. They expected the Supreme Court likely to uphold SB 1070. So certainly we'll wait and see. A decision expected sometime this month. Thanks, Chris.